Hello everybody, and welcome to week 4 of the Wisconsin High School Esports Association. I'm your commentator, Solo, and we have got our Overwatch match of the week. We've got Bigfoot versus Fox Valley Lutheran, an exciting match for week number 4 here. I am excited to get started here. We are just setting up the lobby currently. Let's talk about some of the records here. 2-1 for Fox Valley Lutheran and 1-2 for Bigfoot. Both these teams, I suppose because it's week 4, had some sort of bye or disqualification match. So, only 3 matches played, but plenty to tell here. Both these teams having some very close matches back and forth here. So we are starting week number 4 on Coliseum, which is definitely going to be an interesting match here. Let's switch over to Overwatch, and yes, we are setting everything up, making sure everything's ready. But we are starting week number 4 on Coliseum. Definitely a map I haven't seen much of. A little bit of a more polarizing map here with especially long sight lines. So I'm excited to see what we come, especially after the patch yesterday, which had a number of interesting changes. Most notably including some minor changes to some supports like Ana and Wuyong. We've seen a couple of some changes to Doomfist, which was very popular in our last week. So I'm excited to see what both these teams can do. As for the hero bans, I am unsure whether or not we are doing the hero bans in this match chat or elsewhere. I do hope I get to see the hero bans. I'm excited to see what these teams think is strong. Maybe some characters like Widowmaker, Ashe, some tanks like Ana, or some supports like Ana. Uh, so it looks like a little bit of a slip up here. Yeah, so as once again, we go into Coliseum, and then we also next go into Flashpoint, which is not a map type we've seen a lot of so far in these games. Pushing Coliseum been kind of toward the back these last couple of weeks, so I'm excited to see what teams have practiced and potentially made up of compositions here. Uh, just having a bit of technical issues with the lobby, so we'll be going in just a second here. Wonder. And once again, guys, if you're just tuning in, this is week number 4 of the WIHSEA Overwatch 2. We've got Fox Valley Lutheran versus Bigfoot. These teams, both 2-1 for Fox Valley Lutheran and 1-2 for Bigfoot. So it should be quite an exciting match. Should be relatively close, I think. Alrighty, it looks like we have everything set up, hopefully correctly this time. And we can get into hero bands. Like I said, definitely a longer ranged map, but also a lot of height, so I am curious to see what these teams want to ban out here. Oh my, I just realized I didn't update the score from last week. Silly me. Thank you, Mike Dale, for alerting me to that. Yeah, it is 0-0. Looks like on the side of Fox Valley Lutheran, they banned the Lucio. Definitely an interesting choice. And Bigfoot banned Ramatra. Okay, so I like the Lucio ban from Fox Valley Lutheran. Lucio and a lot of these speed brawl, Lucio's a very good character right now. Very good in dive compositions. So, banning out yeah, Lucio's good at dive in a lot of brawl, so Ramatra, he's very, very good in brawl compositions too, so perhaps we'll get to see a bit of a more of a poke out composition, a bit more of a reach composition from both these teams. So I am excited to see where we go here. We should be ready to start in just 1 second here. Yeah, I mean, I wonder, if we'll see some, perhaps a Widowmaker, Ashe, uh, perhaps a bit of the Kiriko, Ana. Like I said, especially with the new patch that had just dropped, there were a number of interesting changes, a lot of interesting possibilities here. I believe we should be starting. Looks like these teams are going to be ready. And we will get into week number 4 of WIHSEA. Yep, and we are starting up Colosseo. Alrighty, it looks like we've got 40 seconds, but take a look around. We've got Colosseo. Alright, 10 seconds. We get to see the characters of both these teams. I'm excited to see what compositions we pull out here, and it looks... Okay. It looks like... Yeah, for both these teams, we're getting a bit of brawl here, you know? We've got characters like Reaper, Zarya, and Juno on the side of Bigfoot, and for Fox Valley Lutheran, we've got characters like Juno, Orisa, and Moira, you know? Both really favoring the kind of in-your-face brawl style. So picks are going to be absolutely the name of the game here. I have to see how these teams will want to play around early point here. Yeah, looks like immediately we've got a lot of pressure on the side of Fox Valley Lutheran. Really not afraid to just get in Bigfoot's face. And it's going to net them 2 really early kills and some early bot movement. Yeah, it was a great first fight for Fox Valley Lutheran. Really finding big damage in the first couple seconds, catching Bigfoot maybe a little off guard here. And oh, that's gonna be an early pick on the side of Fox Valley Lutheran. Unfortunately, Bigfoot just, you know, the Genji pushing a little too far up here. But hey, I mean, Bigfoot fighting back with that Zarya. She's pretty charged. As I say that, looking to be a pretty even-ish fight. Actually, Bigfoot electing to kind of steal the bot away a little bit, just stalling out on a little bit of time. It does work. The Reaper teleporting away, but it might just be... Ooh. Fox Valley Lutheran trying to get the checkpoint here. Not going to quite get it. Not going to quite get forward spawn. We'll have to see if we invest some of the ults here. Yeah, actually, oh my goodness. Dread Riptide manages to get 3 early picks here. And actually a 4th. That's going to be an incredible play that pushes Fox Valley Lutheran potentially into the 100-meter mark here. And yeah, Bigfoot seeming a little bit hesitant to use some of these ults here. I mean, they haven't quite come up for a lot of their members. Fox Valley Lutheran chucking in a few of their own. And suddenly we're looking in almost a fight away from potentially finishing this map. The Zarya ult is going to come through, but actually the Zarya falls really early on. Fox Valley Lutheran get the picks and, you know, just one more kill. And they actually finish the map. Fox Valley Lutheran, that was incredibly quick and incredibly fast. Not even a meter on the side of Bigfoot. Fox Valley Lutheran doing a really good job of playing in the brawl. And yeah, we see a Tread Riptide with this huge 3K here. But yeah, a little rough there. I mean, for Bigfoot, you could definitely see some holes in the brawl. You know, Fox Valley Lutheran would just get the early picks every time, and you know, they wouldn't let off the gas pedal. I would say that. Bigfoot perhaps needing to play a little more defensive, a little more either a little more defensive or a lot more aggressive toward the back line, you know, the supports, the squishy characters. But either way, excellent map. We're heading into Flashpoint, which means Saravasa and New Junk City. One of these two I would possibly like to see maybe Saravasa. I think would be the better choice for Bigfoot here, as Bigfoot, you know, didn't look the most comfortable in the brawl composition. So maybe something that favors a little more elsewhere. Maybe a little more toward the rush or a dive, perhaps, on Saravasa. Yeah, Saravasa is going to be the choice. As for the hero bans, I mean, I feel like a lot of Fox Valley Lutherans seemed pretty scary there, but I think one of the things that made it really strong was the Orisa really holding on. So perhaps an Orisa ban I would like, but you know, the Venture was also particularly strong. Yeah, they are going to go with the Venture. I mean, Venture, really, really good right now. She's really hard to deal with, you know, unless you can kill her before she burrows into the ground. As for Fox Valley Lutheran, I would perhaps like to see, for bans, maybe the Zarya. Maybe the Zarya. Yeah, yeah. Actually, the Zarya is going to get banned out. Uh, Zarya, particularly strong as well, seeming to be one of the highlights of Bigfoot. So I'm curious to see what adaptations we come from Bigfoot. Perhaps some compositional, perhaps some just within the match and the players. As for Fox Valley Luther, not much to say. It was a particularly strong map for them. Yeah, okay. Looking like some pretty similar styles here. We've got the Roadhog, the Reaper, the Bastion, Ana Juno. Definitely from Bigfoot, kind of doubling down on the brawl. You know, I think the biggest point of contention here is going to be whether or not the Roadhog can land some of these hooks. So we're diving into point number one. We will have to see what we can do about this new composition. Ooh. Getting really low here. Yeah, that's actually going to be some really early picks. Oh my. This Bastion Reaper composition has been, you know, is really good. Dealing so much damage so fast. I mean, you can't really heal it up. We are switching over to the Junkrat. Okay. We saw a bit of the Junkrat a couple other weeks. He seemed to be a decently good character at making these comebacks. Doing lots of damage from afar is what I'd like to see, and actually is going to fall to the Reaper pretty early. Bastion's going to ult. Ana's going to fall down. Wow, that Bastion got that ult incredibly quickly. Bigfoot are going to have one more fight for this point, but not if the Bastion's going to have anything to say about it. But actually, the Juno's going to take down that Bastion. This Reaper has been incredible. Yeah, Rex awesome. Really enjoying his time getting into the back and just getting pick after pick after pick. Looks like they swapped over to the D.Va. An interesting choice. I do like the way their composition is heading, and actually, that's gonna be quick picks, but the Ramatra all unfortunately gonna be You know, I do like the way Bigfoot used some ults to maybe try and get a comeback, but unfortunately a few too many on the side of Fox Valley Lutheran. And looks like we're getting a third tank from Bigfoot into the Mauga. With his buff recently, I actually do not mind the pick. And actually, it seems to be working out. I mean, already 2 picks for Bigfoot. Oh, but the Reaver gets 2. It's still looking a little scary, but it's super doable. This is the closest fight it's been on the side of Bigfoot. Fox Valley Lutheran, I think, are going to have to give it up. Yeah, I mean, really good stuff. Really good early start from the Mauga. And it seems like Zachary is going to switch over to the Genji. Oof, but the tank getting left alone here, and unfortunately is going to fall super quickly into this high damage Fox Valley Lutheran comp. Fox Valley Lutheran did an incredible job there of really picking. I've done a really good job of target calling. They're doing a really good job of picking one target and focusing them down, and then doing the next one. We're gonna get a big slam here, but it's actually gonna get picks here. Dice Dragon gets 2. And Bigfoot all of a sudden have a very winnable fight on their hands. Oh, but actually the ult, nope, still gonna have to give up the point. Yeah, let's take a look. Oh, the Reaper actually falled. I just missed it, but Bigfoot's still in this fight unless the Ramatra has anything to say about it. Getting 2 picks off rip. Fox Valley Lutheran are going to get the second point, and all of a sudden, Fox Valley Lutheran went up 2-0 on the map. Just one more to seal the deal. And looks like we're getting even more compositional switches. It seems like we moved away from the brawl initially, but it seems like recently we've just gone back to it. And yeah, I'm not sure how much I like this from Bigfoot. I would really like to see the move a little bit away from the brawl. Maybe some characters with a bit more range in them. Because Fox Valley Lutheran is going to take this point. And it's up to Bigfoot to respond.
Stand with me. We will break their attack.
2, 1.
And, you know, Zachary actually going to get the first pick. The Cassidy is going to get a pick, but the Mauga is forced to go in. Actually, oh my goodness, the Cassidy gets 3. Swap over to the Cassidy. I mean, incredible play. 3 kills with the Deadeye. And you know, Bigfoot all of a sudden has chances. They've taken the point, and they still have a couple ultimates to their name. But, you know, the Ana's going to fall, and that's going to be 2 ults on the side of Fox Valley Lutheran. Almost everything except for the Reaper ult invested, and they actually... Fox Valley Lutheran doesn't know where this Cassidy is. This could be a massive play on the side of the Cassidy. Oh, but actually the Reaper gets 3. The Cassidy's gonna fall, and I think that's just going to be it. Fox Valley Lutheran are gonna take this map 3-0 on the point. Going up in the series to 2-0. And, yeah. Actually, we're going to get to see another Bastion play of the game from Dread. You know, it definitely wasn't bad on the side of Bigfoot. It seemed like they really found their footing in this map. And they were able to definitely win some fights there, you know? It seemed like what they were doing worked at least a little bit more than the last map. As we now move on to a control map, I believe. I am curious to see what Bigfoot have planned here. We got Lijiang Tower, Oasis, Ilios, or Busan. I think something like maybe the Ilios could work in Bigfoot's favor, but we'll have to see. It's inevitably up to them to pick a map for us. As for the hero bans, I am curious. I mean, I think it really does depend on the map. Because, you know, if you go something like Lijiang Tower or Busan, perhaps something like the Reaper would be a good ban. But on something like Ilios, actually we are going to go Lijiang Tower. So yeah, for Bigfoot, I really would like to see perhaps the Reaper banned out. I think the Reaper was incredibly strong. Maybe the Bastion too. Bastion can also be incredibly strong in this map. It's one of their better maps. I think both are reasonable bans, but I'm not exactly sure what they have planned. As for Fox Valley Lutheran, honestly, they did it. Yeah, they actually do ban the Bastion. Honestly, they were doing a pretty good job. Good job of that map, running it down. So perhaps something like the Ana. Actually, they're gonna ban the Lucio. They go ahead and ban the Lucio again. Definitely not a bad pick. Definitely makes disengaging really easy if Bigfoot were to play Lucio. So we'll have to see, which does mean we get the Ana still in the game. That's what I thought Fox Valley Luther might have gone for. The Ana seemed to really shut down some of these attacks that Fox Valley Lutheran put up. But either way, we're into map number 3. It is do or die for Bigfoot. Fox Valley Lutheran up 2-0 in the series. Needs one more to close it out. And we go to Lijiang Tower. Yeah, I'm a little interested in what we're gonna see here. What the plan is for Bigfoot. I did really like the Mauga. I thought that was working pretty well. I thought the Ana was working pretty well. So I I'm curious to see where we go. Looks like we get the Reinhardt actually out from. Oh, actually, we're getting a little bit of a role swap here. We got uh, which is quite interesting. I haven't seen many teams do this, where they role swap within their players, but we'll have to see if it works out for Bigfoot. Both these teams, once again, the signature brawlish style for both these teams. Looks like taking some early point control is what Bigfoot want to do. But actually, Fox Valley Lutheran are going to kind of close in here. Kind of surround Bigfoot. As I say that, the Moira does get the kill on the Cassidy, and it looks like Fox Valley Lutheran are probably going to take this point. Yeah, they get a number of kills here. Is going to trade out with the Moira, but it's not going to be enough as they take point control here.
Would you like to see my muscles?
Looks like we got to switch over to the Ramatra, a bit of a Reinhardt counter, especially nowadays. But, you know, it already looks pretty rough. 2 really early kills. And actually, the Ramatra gonna fall off the map. The Reaper going in to close out some kills. Actually, has to disengage. There were 4 of them there. Oh, the Venture actually falls. Seems like if Bigfoot go fast here, I would really like them to go fast on a point here. They could potentially close out a team fight. Yeah, we get a bit of the Moira ult, and oh, the Venture from behind gets 2 kills, and that is going to, as we're approaching last fight territory. If even that, the Reinhardt slam is gonna get the tank, and they're actually just gonna force out a kill there. Fox Valley Lutheran are trying to not even make it last fight. Oh, but actually they are even, but are they going to make it a point in time? I don't think they are. It's going to be point number 1 for Fox Valley Lutheran, 100-0. I mean, yeah, it just looks really, really tough for Bigfoot to really do anything. They're trying to almost match the composition of Fox Valley Lutheran, but they're just kind of playing it a bit better.
One more mission, huh? I'm in.
Yeah.
Think I can use your ring tech on my bike? I have a race coming up soon.
Would that be considered cheating?
No. Well, maybe.
I'm a little curious to see what Bigfoot's plan is here now that they've once again switched up onto the Reinhardt. Seems like they just really can't find their footing in these fights. Yeah, looks like some early server control for Bigfoot, but they're just not going to look around. You have to be careful of these flankers here. And that's going to be point for Fox Valley Lutheran. Yeah, one thing I would really like to I would really like to see Bigfoot do is just kind of pay more attention to where some of these characters that really like to flank, like Venture or Kiriko, are at all times. It's been looking really rough because they can't find their footing in these fights, and they keep getting surrounded. But the Reinhardt does fall on the side of Fox Valley Lutheran. Is it going to be enough, though? Oh no. That's going to be a missed shatter on the side of Bigfoot, but they are still going to be able to take point control here. Definitely not out of it here. Oh no. That Junkrat looking a little vulnerable, but actually is going to get out with their life. And the Fox Valley Luther get the first pick onto the Reaper. They're doing a really good job of finding these. Oh man. Once again, Fox Valley Lutheran, I've been really impressed with their target calling here. It really does seem like they're able to know exactly which targets are alone, exactly which targets are vulnerable, and really focus them down. They have a lot of team coordination here, and that's what I'm really liking. Looks like we're going over to the Mauga. The Reaper once again is going to fall on the side of Bigfoot. And just more picks come from it for Fox Valley Lutheran. The Junkrat actually does get 2 though. But it might be a little too late here, as I think the fight is possibly over. Although if Bigfoot go kind of fast here, they might be able to beat Fox Valley Lutheran to the point. Looks like regardless, they're going to have to take it a little slow. A lot of ults on the side of both teams here. But it looks like for Fox Valley Lutheran, it's going to come out on top and 96-97, and that is going to be it. Yeah, Fox Valley Lutheran are going to take it 3-0 over Bigfoot. Looks like for the first time we're not getting a Bastion play of the game, as Bigfoot's Zachary. But either way, you know, Fox Valley Lutheran take it 3-0. I really did like the way they were coordinating and playing around everything Bigfoot was trying to throw at them. They seemed really comfortable in that dive style, or in that brawl style of composition here. You know, Reinhardt, Ramatra, you know, Bastion, Reaper, whatever it was. As for Bigfoot, they definitely had some stuff going for them. Very interesting to see a little brawl v brawl. Even though it, you know, most of the time it didn't really work out quite in their favor, they still put up a decent fight, getting a couple fights here and there against Fox Valley Lutheran. You know, still plenty of time left in the season for both these teams to really put it all together. And, you know, Bigfoot, I would like to commemorate them for not, you know, giving up at the end. They really fought their hardest for everything. And, you know, at the end of the day, that's all that matters, you know. They kept putting up a fight. Both these teams looked really good. I like the way they both were playing. But that does conclude week number 4. Once again, I'm Solo. I'm your Overwatch 2 commentator for WIHSEA. Next week, week number 5. And I hope you all have a great rest